The Infidel has several times reported on the controversy surrounding Lev Tahor, which means pure heart, an ultra-Orthodox Haredi Jewish sect founded in Israel in the 1980s. The group, which consists of approximately 250 members, first left Israel for New York as the anti-Zionist group, believing that the Torah instructs Jews to live in exile until the coming of their Messiah. Seeking friendlier climates, the sect left the States for Canada, settling first near Montreal in the province of Quebec, then moved to Ontario, where they felt they could better defend against the legal order that several of their children be placed in foster care, as the group was being investigated for accusations including forced child marriage, non-prescription medicating of the children, and poor hygiene. Several members also fled Canada for Guatemala and Trinidad and Tobago as the recent legal issues concerning some 14 children came to a head. The group's leader, Rabbi Shlomo Hebrons, who also served time in an American prison for kidnapping when he helped hide a 13-year-old from the child's non-Jewish mother, also faces charges of child abuse and neglect, psychological violence, and failure to comply with Canada's required nationwide school curriculum, which teaches evolution, English, sex education, and math. On April 15, the Ontario Superior Court overturned a decision by a lower court upholding the order to place the remaining 7 children in foster care in the province of Quebec. In making his decision, the judge said that removing the children from their parents before the case is settled would have disastrous emotional and psychological ramifications for them. Even so, the judge noted that the court has grave concerns about the health and welfare of these children and their protection. The case will now remanded back to the lower Ontario court, where the judge will determine whether the children are in need of continual legal protections. Dan Brown created something of a controversy when he published the Da Vinci Code in 2003, a fiction novel which suggested that Jesus may have been married. Then in 2012, a fragment of parchment written in Coptic script was unveiled which told of Jesus discussing his wife named Mary. The scrap, known as the Gospel of Jesus' Wife, was authenticated this month as dating from 8th century Egypt. The document is not proof that Jesus was married, as it is far too young historically speaking, having been penned some 7 centuries after the time when Jesus is said to have lived. Nonetheless, it is significant as it demonstrates that early Coptic Christians may have had a tradition in which there was a woman disciple and a married Messiah. As Professor Karen King, the historian at Harvard's Divinity School, who originally unveiled the fragment in 2012, said, "What's interesting is that tradition has come down to us saying he was not married, but as historians don't know for sure." Protestant Christianity is one of only 5 officially recognised religions by the Chinese government, and some members of the officially atheistic central regime may be overreacting to reports that religion is taking hold and growing beyond comfort levels. In Wenzhou, a wealthy port city also known as the Jerusalem of the East to the number of Christians residing there, approximately 1 million of the city's 9 million inhabitants purport to be Protestant Christians. The government denies that there is an official campaign to demolish Christian churches. However, in a recent speech, the chairman of Zhejiang's Ethnic and Religious Affairs Committee, Feng Jili, reportedly said the growth of Christianity was too excessive and too haphazard. Several recent reports suggest that the government has been ordering churches to remove crosses from prominent display and to turn off lights to avoid being overly conspicuous. Reports also indicate that several thousand Christians have staged a vigil to defend against the dismantling of Wenzhou's recently erected Sanjiang Church. The government officially insists that the church was erected illegally.